Iverson escapes the grasp of Brandon. Stackhouse broke it loose. Allen, the bump and run, gets his first field goal. So Allen 1 for 4 in the early going with the 2 personal fouls. Iverson trying to waste him, breaks his ankles, gets to the goal and gets 2 more. Just in. Iverson the steal, lined up by Furry, forget it. Allen.
They've held 50.
Iverson, tough shot, he hit it. Allen Iverson now with 23. Hendrickson posting Lang. Iverson instead wants Bobby Sura, strong to the cob. Yes, and a foul. Allen Iverson with just the right English, now to the line looking for the 3-point play.
Allen Iverson taking Sura off the dribble, getting help from the weak side, which is Lang.
Goes with Geary, thinking 3, strong to the goal, gets 2 as he plowed right into Lang.
He really did, got away with an offensive foul right there.
Mills point guard duties tonight, right now trying to contain Iverson, who goes strong to the goal and gets 2.
Wow.
Allen Iverson with 29.
Boy, that's a beautiful play by Allen Iverson.
Iverson looking for Iverson. It's a 3-on-1. Allen fakes the pass and finishes it off. Iverson with 31, so 5 straight for him with 30 or more. And the lead now is 9 again. Neither Lang nor Marshall could come up with it. Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson controls. Allen, that's for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson with 39 just to win. Iverson for the record. Yes, and there it is. Allen Iverson 4 straight with 40 or more, breaking the Wilt Chamberlain standard that had stood for 37 years. Continues to work off the ball. Sura tracks him. Iverson, tough shot, and he hit it. What a shot by Allen Iverson, who's dropped 43.
It's fun to watch.
Iverson up, and yes, and there it is. A career high for Allen Iverson. He's got 45. In a 7-point game, 35 seconds and counting, and they foul Mills. He has 34 on 13 of 17 shooting, as he has established a brand new career 40 against Cleveland, but Iverson has managed to do it. Bumped by Brandon. Yes! Does it count? No basket. Sixers down 9. Iverson again to the goal. Yes! Does that count? No, that doesn't count either. And if it's Brandon, he's gone.
No, it should be Sura.
Brandon's arguing.
No, he's just a...
Oh, yeah, they're calling it on Brandon.
That's a bad call by the official. Take a look.
Clocks are virtually identical. Iverson, there he goes again, short. Stackhouse misses on the putback. Iverson is fouled in the act of shooting. He goes for 50. He's got it. The first Sixer since Dana Barros did it.
The lob to Iverson from Snow.
See, one of the things that Sacramento does.
Iverson on the run.
The second shot opportunity, the ball goes to Eric Snow, and you see the alley-oop there to Allen Iverson. And then no transition defense by Sacramento. You want to take away the layups from Philadelphia because they're a very poor field goal shooting team. Allen Iverson
Shooting just 36% overall. Iverson answers. He is the answer, and he had the answer. But it's poked away from him and stolen by Snow. Iverson's back.
So that's where your point guard has got all alone down. And your point guard, he's got to get back defensively. He's got to protect against him. That he's a high percentage three-point shooter, not just a launcher of threes.
7 seconds to shoot. Iverson the scoop.
How about that shot?
My approach after all these years of coaching, it's that allows me to cope with this situation. Of course,
Now it's going to lead to another one here. So this is a bad sequence for Sacramento.
And Iverson takes it in over Williams. Owens for Iverson. Came back down, went back up. Go, go, go! Williams is on Iverson. Jumper, got it. And who's got it now? It's the Sixers. Iverson racing with Barry, and he scores. And eventually it's Snow who has it, pegging it ahead to Allen for the layup. For 13 days, a zigzagging trip. Speaking of zigzagging, what about Iverson?
Concentration, a lot of hands reaching for the ball. You see the quick hands of Weber. The ball is knocked loose. Allen Iverson regathers himself in the air and finishes it. It's the kind of concentration you have to be able to finish around that basket. If you're 6'1" away about 160-point line and made an easier shot.
Williams has scored 10 after that basket. Iverson, he's got 33.
I think he might be going for 50 today. Finishes once again. He squares himself up. Nick Anderson's got to give him some space to respect that quickness. You get a couple layups, that jumper looks a lot better.
If there is a personal duel. Iverson into the lane, and Divac shoves it back in his face. But he comes right back and scores.
That's not going to discourage him. Allen Iverson has more energy and perseverance. He drives in there. Vlade blocks it. He said, well, I'll get it back. Take my time. I'll drive in here. You're not going to get this one. And he lays the ball in the basket.
Get away. Here goes Iverson. He'll go the distance. 37 points. 7 points in the quarter.
And about those 6 turnovers, 5 steals, which lead to layups on the other end.
Iverson. Well, he didn't forget how to shoot it. Iverson takes on the whole Sacramento defense and scores. Iverson has 47.
Iverson just moves without the basketball. You see, he sets the screen, and when you set the screen in many instances, you're going to be the guy who gets open. A little brush screen that time by Tyrone Hill just
from 50. With this next one, he could equal his career high and equal the game high for anyone in the NBA this season. He does.
In the NBA anymore.
Iverson to raise up and ring it. 41 last night did Allen Iverson drop on the Seattle Sonics as he went 15 of 30 from the floor.
They want to see cutting there, and Andre Miller right in the face of Theo Ratliff.
Iverson will step through a Ratliff pick and bury the jumper. Allen Iverson has all 4 for the Sixers.
There's the high percentage shot I'm talking about. Plus, you know, you can take the little jump shot over most of the big guards in the league, but you got to also mix it up with getting to the basket, just like Aaron McKee did there.
And they'll slip the screen and lost the basketball. Iverson's in a hurry. Allen Iverson. Now with Jackson going to play in baseline left. Iverson with that jump step to the rim and float it home.
And this is what you don't want when you're playing Philadelphia with you. Miss a shot, he in the post against Jimmy Jackson.
Amon Murray going right to the hole, rejected way up on the square.
Great thing to Randy Whitman. She said, I didn't see that, which is better than saying he didn't goaltend, because he did.
Now Lynch going to pull his way inside. The Cavaliers lead is 9. Iverson to use a Tyrone Hill pick and will step back with a triple that he'll drain.
It's just a tough shot there. This Philly team, they'll bury it and bury it early.
Off the slice, Jim Jackson had it denied by Theo.
They're saying that the ball hit the backboard.
6'11" Tony Kukoc from Croatia on the floor. Iverson tried to turn the corner. Oh, look at Allen Iverson hanging in the air and then depositing that short jumper. Had the basketball ripped out of his hands by Tyrone Hill. Iverson put it down, and one more coming from the line. Cedric Henderson did not give the basketball up and is earning the ire of the head coach, Randy Whitman, because of
Randy's furious, and rightly so. Ball was kind of banging around a little bit loose there, and you can't be casual ever against any team in this league on any play. It's a simple, basic, fundamental. Ball's loose. Pick it up and make sure you get it into the hands of the guy supposed to have it. In this case, Anthony Johnson. And if you are casual and careless with the ball, this team, Philadelphia, will pick your pocket.
Allen Iverson with 14 and looking for 50. Headed to Will for Larry Brown's club. Robert Traylor inside. Got denied by Theo Ratliff. Iverson quickly to the offensive end. Baseline, Allen Iverson to bury that short jumper. He's got 17. Aaron McKee. Cavaliers having all kinds of problems now, transition-wise, as Allen Iverson will float to the rim and put it down.
So Randy wasn't too loud with the 20-second timeout. Now he wanted the 20-second timeout again. as both teams just basically playing schoolyard basketball at this point. Players, I'd put him in that same category with guys like Lynch and Tyrone Hill who play the game the right way, give you a very honest effort at the defensive end of the floor.
Well, Allen Iverson has it absolutely going on here tonight. He is scorching. Obvious pain. Cavaliers got to get a foul. Iverson to triple, and he'll bury it.
3 points.
Chris Mims still down. Came up a little bit short. Gatling and Weatherspoon will battle on the glass. Denied by Ratliff. The 4th rejection of the
Hollering out there thinking it may have been a possible another one. Goaltend there. It went up so quickly. Clarence Weatherspoon felt that it touched the backboard.
Coach the Sixers. Were buffers necessary between you and, say, Charles Barkley?
No, we just spoke to each other.
As Aaron McKee will line up and then lace that 3. Made like a quarterback that didn't see a linebacker stepping in a passing lane, huh? Allen Iverson is gone ballistic here at the gun.
3 points.
Iverson has tripled. He has 24 here in the first half. Remember, he had 50 here in the gun some 3 Aprils ago for his last 7. And Matty, off 28-point first half, Allen Iverson's got it cooking.
Well, Michael, early in the game when he made the first couple of jump shots from the perimeter, I said that the Cavaliers could live with him shooting from the outside.
Andre Miller and Jim Jackson. Andre trying to lean. Theo Ratliff has block shot number 5. 5 block shots for Ratliff. Iverson will step back and stick it again. He's got 30.
I just don't know what you do with him when he's making his outside shot.
Cavaliers running. And Jimmy threw it away. Allen Iverson stepped in the passing lane. Iverson got bounced by Jackson. Will fade away, fill it up, and one more coming from the line. He is putting on some kind of an electrifying show at the gun, Allen Iverson.
Well, it all started in the open floor with a steal by Iverson. There he creates the contact and creates enough room for
probably he wouldn't feel the ramifications. Andre Miller felt Iverson lowered his shoulder, and Iverson with a jump stop to the hole. Count that. And one more coming from the line on a Robert Traylor personal foul. Allen Iverson now with 35.
Well, you see what I mean about the way that he dealt with the official on the play before? Kind of got his point across and let the official know that some hitting and banging is going on at the other end, and doesn't settle for jump shot, takes the ball to the basket. The ever-maturing pick-and-roll defense looks like everybody else's.
Matty, let's mark this down now. With 7 minutes left, the Cavaliers have got back within 5, but not anymore. Make it 7 as Allen Iverson will drain that baseline jumper. Only by 5. Iverson went back door and then faded off. Allen Iverson scorching is going to lift it and knock out a 3.
Iverson.
I'm convinced now. He's got 41. I'd say just go run at him, get the ball out of his hands, make somebody else shoot it. Has been hot basically all game long. That little jab step enough to get Andre Miller to back off on him. If he can't keep, of course, Allen thought he'd get fouled on the play well after the shot.
Kevin Ollie, what he wants here. Iverson with a stutter step. Lifted over the top of Andre Miller, and it goes. 8 at 83-75 with Allen Iverson on a pace for 50. The answer's got 44. Cavaliers trying to stay in touch with Andre Miller's special talents. We'll be right back to the gun on Fox Sports Net. Spoon inside. Ratliff over the top with the denial. Weatherspoon will get hit with a walk by the outside official Ted Bernhardt.
An ollie before that and keep Aaron McKee from penetrating. That will help.
Iverson will step back and stick it.
Allen Iverson.
What an offensive performance from the shooter out of Georgetown. Correct. Weatherspoon wanted to go to Lamont Murray, and then Iverson threw it off Lamont's knee and out of bounds. Miller pushing out. Johnson to the hoop. Iverson stole it away from Anthony Johnson. McKee to the offensive end. Lynch rejected by Traylor. Cavalier basketball. Ratliff, Lynch, and Aaron McKee. Iverson will step back and stroke it. Allen Iverson, half a century here in the gun. He's got 50. Cavaliers trying to end Philly's 5-game win streak. Shot clock at 5. Iverson crossed over. Iverson on the run, and that goes. He's got 52. Take a deep breath as Allen Iverson breaks his gun arena mark as on the run. He fills that up. He's got 52, and Philly leads by 6. Andre Miller. Got Iverson off his feet. Rejected by Gatlin. Amon Murray to triple. Went back heel into the hands of George Lynch.
But really the difference between the two teams has been the three-point shooting. And I said early on, Sixers, the worst in the league percentage-wise, coming in at 29%, a team that's normally 3 for 10. And keep in mind, a lot of that was Vernon Maxwell a good part of the season. He was launching a lot of threes. Larry Brown would be just as happy if his team never took a three.
Iverson hit them both. Allen Iverson with 54. This is the NBA high in regulation.
Not anywhere close. And his problem throughout the week was being able to cut back and forth left and right. So he said he'll have to see as the game starts how that knee will hold up during this game. Tom?
All right, Lewis, thank you very much.
And picks up, and that's why they have the best record in the NBA.
They've won 5 in a row. They have the best record in the NBA. They're 13 and not expected back anytime soon. And McKee has done an outstanding job. Here's Iverson against Mark Jackson. The double team comes, and he floats it in. Allen Iverson's first bucket.
Well, that answer that he wasn't past you.
Here he is again against Mark Jackson. Fall away is good. Allen Iverson. He's 2 for 2.
You know, and this is a tough matchup for Mark Jackson for the one reason. His job is to keep him in front of him, and Iverson is quick enough and explosive shot.
Iverson off the screen, got an open look. He's hit his first 3.
He was making everything, and it looks like he's off to a great start. And all of those are 15-footers. Carter answered.
So Vince Carter hits his first basket. Shot clock at 5. 3 to shoot. Oakley missed everything. And Allen Iverson quickly to hit. While Phillies 8 of 13, 62%. Carter, he's 2 for 4 now, and double doubles, and he's hoping for an all-star berth.
And just remember, Tom, the first time we came in here with Allen Iverson, he did everything. You know, he took every shot, and he had to make all of the plays, and he didn't have any help. Clark has taken his place, a new acquisition in the trade with Kevin Willis with the Denver Nuggets.
Iverson
missed it at his highest point as a pro. He knows that Larry Brown really appreciates everything he does. Carter.
Yeah, well, right back at you, Vince Carter.
But again, if Toronto is to have an impact on these guys, they got to stop the ball. And right now, they're not able to. Will get his hands on the ball, then Allen Iverson has had to. And right here, McKee keeping Carter right in front of him. But that's the one thing about Carter. He can lace you and be the same size, and that's cut to the bucket, an easy 2.
Tyrone Hill committing his first foul. Lynch breaks up the pass. Here's Iverson in a hurry. All the way. Iverson got it. And 1.
I thought he was worried about cutting. I thought he was running about all these other things, and you put him out here, and this is one tough guy. He comes with the ball as they come out to just about midcourt on Allen Iverson.
7 seconds left in the quarter. Iverson against Williams. Missed the shot, but putting it home is
Carter down in the post. You know they're going to run some people at him. He's able to squeeze that one off. The crowd wanted traveling here.
And Clark once again unguarded.
Terrific thundering effort by Clark as they double team Alvin Williams.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. As Ratliff, the jump hook goes. Theo Ratliff looks like a different player this season.
Has been the answer in the first quarter of play. He tortured the defense of the Toronto Raptors as they were not aggressive. They didn't go to him, and he came to them in a big way. And so they're going to have to deal with Allen Iverson, who is on an early tear. He's working his way back to the scoring table after a good respite, and we'll see if he gets re-energized. He had 11 points. Iverson.
No way to stop that.
You're dancing against the defense of Cleon Clark. Get back, big fella. Their defense has been much more active and keeping Toronto out on the outside. Carter with the rebound and foul by Iverson.
Well, the 76ers are going to let Peterson shoot all day. He's been unable. Has the board. Lob pass, and Clark slams it home. Clark getting the start in the second half for the injured Antonio. And then Ratliff from outside. I don't think that's the shot they wanted. Peterson, lob, and a jam by Carter.
Can play above the rim. Watch Carter. He just put his hand up. That's a signal. You throw it up here, I'll go and get it. And he puts the cap on it. That's enough for Larry Brown. And the Toronto Raptors have gotten the 76ers to stand around and shoot the ball from the outside.
0 for 7 shooting by Philly to open the third. Blocked by Clark. Here's Carter to Clark for the jam.
This is a good test for him because, you know, if you're going to be a championship team, you've got to be able to play through a bad patch. As Jackson scores again. 7.
Never been in front till now. They were down 20 late in the second quarter.
But look at how they're reacting defensively as they finally get a shot to go in from Theo.
For a three-point opportunity.
Mark Jackson, who was tortured in his first half, particularly in the first quarter by Iverson, sending a little bit of it back the other way. 7 straight for him, and then Ratliff finally breaks the drought.
Allen Iverson is 0 for 4 in the quarter. The three-pointer, good. Iverson gets his first basket of the third. Philadelphia by 3. Carter, that's a long-range 2. Vince Carter, Parsons, and the Lakers. Pat Riley's return to LA. Drive baseline, Iverson with the reverse. Allen Iverson, 26. Carter for 3.
Splash.
Philadelphia basketball.
And the reason that Iverson is able to get by, he comes from the wing and the rest of the defense is reacting, and he comes underneath. Most of the time he's been trying to come through a stack at the top of the
but the offensive board by Oakley. Carter. Beautiful shot, Vince Carter.
Dumped one in on you.
Carter missed 7 in a row at one time. Now he's hit 5 straight. 4 of his first 8, then a drought, 7 misses in a row. Since then, 5 for 5.
You see the effort of Carter, and basically just in the zone now.
The NBA straight for Toronto, and they have their biggest lead. Iverson for 3. Big basket, Allen Iverson. 10 and counting.
Iverson's got to make a quick decision because they're going to close down the lane. Here comes Oakley.
2 seconds. Iverson for 3. Got it! Buzzer with a 3.
Barely getting his hands on it and letting it go. And relief from the fans here at the First Union.
Iverson with 32 points, 11 in that third, a third.
But, you know, you can clearly see that the offensive efforts have energized the defensive attitude of the Raptors. Iverson.
Allen Iverson. He scored 5 with Lynch's second free throw upcoming. No good. Iverson kept it alive and tapped it to McKee. He's doing everything. Here's a 3. And they're up 85-78.
He got mad. Carter against George Lynch.
There's that mesmerizing dribble again. The shot just beat the... Well, Toronto had the comeback. They led by 6 after trailing by 20. But Philadelphia had the answer. And here we go again. Ollie, Iverson, good. Fraction mistimed it. Nelly nearly caused another miss. Carter's follow off the offensive board, his first basket in a while.
Carter make the defense react to him so he can get other people easier opportunities. Iverson.
Allen Iverson now. Carter threw it right into the hands of Ollie to Iverson. No good. Oakley the rebound. The outlet the other way. Carter spotted for three. Run in them. Carter forced that one. He forced it. And on the floor to Iverson.
Wow, he's got three.
Blocked by Clark. Here's Carter. Takes it back from Oakley. Final 2 minutes of the game. Carter penetrates to Clark, and Clark sinks it. Jackson, one of the assist leaders in the NBA. Now Carter. Shot clock at 5. Carter. Tapped, no good. Tapped by Clark.
Carter.
Clear it out for Carter. Carter against McKee. Pulls up. Shot good.
Oh, that's worth a timeout.
Toronto.
It has been a game of streaks, and Carter bulled his way in, missed it. It goes up once, twice, and then the last time it's Carter with the tip, and then this bucket to give him a 3-point lead.
With only 2 seconds on the shot clock and a little look of disdain for the fans. Every time you give them up for dead, the Raptors come right back.
Hands of Allen Iverson, and the Sixers in a 2-for-1 situation right now. They got to go quick. You know, some confusion about who wants to shoot. McKee passes it up.
McKee's first bucket of the second half is a
33 for Carter, 34 for Allen Iverson. Near steal.
Carter for three. Tough shot. Players running at him from every end.
They're trying to get the ball out of his hands. And again, if you're going to go from the wing, you should be going to the baseline. Let's see what direction they come.
Nice pass. Williams falling away. Hits it. The assist.
Let's see if the 76ers come back to Allen Iverson to put the pressure on the defense of Williams and the Toronto Raptors.
Knifing to the hoop. Iverson. Basket counts. And one.
It's a simple game. If you get it to the guys that can make the shots for you, good things will always happen. Carter starts the overtime with a three, and then a traditional three-point effort coming up for Allen Iverson, who had, they got a trade deadline coming up. Maybe they'll rescind it.
Iverson. Tough shot. People all over him. Carter even came to help. He was pointing at Iverson, but he was pointing actually at the Toronto bench for calling that timeout. Here is Allen. Allen Iverson leading the Sixers back now. Timeout. They're down 3. Will inbound for Toronto. Williams drives baseline on Iverson, who falls down, and Williams hits.
Couple of big hoops here in the overtime for Alvin. And you watch, I thought that Iverson was the ankle breaker, but Iverson brought both feet together. That's what knocked him down.
Shot clock at 4. Clark blocked by Lynch.
Great reaction by Lynch.
Here's Iverson. Got it. Iverson rolled it through.
And the ball came back to the 76ers after the block, and Allen Iverson with a nice little teasing. Sixers got to get a little bit quicker with their attack right now, coming to Iverson.
Carter reached in, nearly got it away. Iverson ducking up and under. Wow, what touch. Raptors by 4.
Now Iverson trying to find a seam, tosses up a 3.
Off the mark, and Jackson to Carter. 2-on-1. Carter fouled and got it anyway. Oh my goodness.
Carter was going to throw this down with a lot of authority anyway. You could tell he was coming hard, and Ollie got him right underneath the armpit to knock him off balance. But it is Vince Carter's day in the game.
49 points Iverson, 39 Carter. Iverson just got 3 more. But it's too little too late as the Toronto Raptors trailing.
Some have the skill. Some have the heart. Some are blessed with both. That is the seed for greatness. It is what makes a most valuable player. The reality of Allen Iverson's size points to the enormity of his accomplishments. It is how his team plays the game, reveling in the odds, mocking adversity. And so that is how the MVP and his Sixers continue the unyielding chase, acknowledging that misfortune, that struggle, are merely preconditions for success. Tonight, a Another point in time that will demand the skill, the heart of a winner.
Jerome Williams, the double. Allen the long way home, and he got it! Against Williams again. Yes! He is the man! MVPs make big shots. None bigger in Allen Iverson's career than that 29-foot three-pointer in Game 4. Thus the series tied at 2, and so the fans are juiced. Allen adding to the hysteria yesterday, getting the MVP. He and Pat Croce, the respective toasts of the town. Julius Erving here as part of the MVP celebration, getting together with former ABA'er Larry Brown before the game in the Sixers locker room. So the stage is set.
First of all, I would like to thank, first of all, God above, because without God, none of this would be possible. I want to thank my family and my friends, my coaching staff, and my teammates, because without my teammates, I definitely wouldn't be up here getting this award right now. And I want to thank the fans in Philadelphia who have embraced me from day one. Every time I come in this gym, in this arena, I hear my favorite song. Y'all voices. So it's time for y'all to play that song. Let's make this noise and get this party jumping.
The same quotes he gave to start the season.
Iverson, what will he do for an encore tonight? We'll wait and find out here in Game 5.
All right, Neil Hartman, thank you very much. Allen Iverson graciously accepting that MVP trophy before the game tonight. Bennett Salvatore, Ted Bernhardt, Bob Delaney blowing the whistles. Many think that the winner of this game will go on to win the series. The Sixers, by winning on Sunday, have wrestled back the home court advantage, though by no means are they eager to see a 7-game series. Jones, Oakley covering up for the Raptors. This is Iverson. Wow! What a way to start the game.
A couple minutes as you saw that replay. 76ers just have a tendency to out-hustle and outwork everybody.
Iverson all the way to the cup for 2, a second field goal for 4. 3 turnovers and 4 trips for the Raptors. Iverson, yes! And that timeout is coming right now with the Sixers up 11-0.
Allen catching the ball off that hawk cut, ISO'd on the left side. One more look at it. Alvin Williams doing a nice job, but Allen Iverson is a...
And 4 straight now for the Raptors after the 11-point explosion. Jones from Iverson! Have a foul on the Raptors.
See, this wasn't even that great a pass, but Jones, the athlete that he is, still was able to get it over the outstretched fingertips of Jones. The ball was short.
Vince, thanks to Deke. Iverson from the key. Yes! The Sixers, they are a-rolling. Childs looking to go give and go, and Iverson finds McKee. To the first, Iverson with 8 of those points on 4 for 6 from the floor. His Sixers shooting a lofty 64%. MVP indeed. Iverson floats in 2 more. AI has 10 on 5 for 7 from the floor. With 3.5 to go here in the first. Iverson blows by Williams. Sets up Mutombo, who slams for 2.
In the paint right now, this ball game 14-4.
Iverson and Williams resuming their war. Allen short of the pack of players, drains another. He's got it going on. He's got a dozen. Iverson, you can see the Raptors react as Allen just steps back and neatly, sweetly drains the 3. He's got 15 on the bounce.
Well, Allen Iverson being guarded by Alvin Williams, the step back 3. Boy, you talk about a tough shot. How hard is a step back 3 from 23.9?
Which netted them that 21-point lead. Iverson has not lost 1 iota of concentration.
Allen Iverson's career, 5 years in the NBA, first pick of the '96 draft, And that, of course, was also his rookie year, the 96-97 season. Allen, also the two-time scoring champion in the NBA, all part of the growth process for the 76ers and for Allen. And also the two-time All-Star with a memorable performance in Washington this year where he won the All-Star Game MVP award, and then the NBA, the league MVP for the season, receiving the hardware yesterday at a press conference. The team has improved every...
Before it started, boy, it looked like it's worked. I'll say. Iverson again. Yes! And a foul on Childs. One dribble to the right. Allen still getting hit across the arm. Still follows through with it. Take a look at that. Right on the shooting elbow he gets hit, but still follows through. Good luck. Forget about it.
Allen averaging 10 free throws per game. Allen for three. Yes! Oh, yes! And in the first half, McKee wants Childs. It's Iverson for three, and he got it again! Oh, my goodness!
Because you ain't having any more good looks.
AI with 17 of his 29 here in the second. At halftime, McKee banging that already achy right shoulder in the first half. That's Allen Iverson working hard, getting two more. He's got 31. Up the dribble on Childs. Renewed life thanks to Jones. Allen drains another three. His fifth three-pointer of the game. For the first 11 points of this game. Iverson for two, and he got it again. He's been the magic man. Allen Iverson with 36.
Correct.
Iverson again. Yes! That was for two. And a foul.
He's coming right at him, knocks him down. Bam. For the deuce, a chance to complete the three-point play. Crowd's going MVP one more time.
Allen Iverson with more than 5 times the points of any other Sixer. Converts the three-point play. The double from Carter. 5 to shoot for Iverson. Yes! That was for three, his 6th of the game. Mutombo, in the meantime, Toronto fans probably think Allen Iverson should be ruled illegal. He's got 42 of the Sixers' 79. Back on Iverson. The double by Childs. AI sees all and hits all. He's got 44. The Raptors here by 22. Here's Iverson for three, and he did it again! Allen Iverson with 7 3-pointers as he continues to add to that Sixer playoff record for 3-pointers in a game, and he's got 47 points.
Allen Iverson, the catch, the shoot. Oh, boy, Allen Iverson, 7 threes tonight's ball game so far. What a marvelous job. Allen Iverson overall.
And now could take that 3-2 series lead as Allen Iverson hits again. He's got 49 points. 10-2.
Well, why not? Everything's going well. The jump shot for AI, and there's Carter being knocked to the floor. I don't know who hit him, but he caught an elbow to the head. Tough to see in that mass of humanity there. About 6 or 7 players around waiting for that rebound in the playoff, but he might have to in game 6.
And that'll do it for Allen Iverson, 52 points.
Iverson's got his old running back Eric Snow back, and Larry Brown, who was an assistant with Rudy at the Olympics to win a gold medal. It's almost too quick for himself, wasn't it? Iverson reversal for 2. That's the first field goal now for Iverson in his first 5 shots. Iverson and Mobley again now. Mobley, he has to fire it up over Mobley and hit. McKinney. There's a steal, and there's the leading steal theft man in the NBA. Iverson all the way to the hoop for 2. Iverson leads the NBA in scoring and in steals per game. He averages almost 3 a game.
The defense is not that strong.
Iverson behind the back and up and in. And Rudy wants a timeout. Allen has 9 of their first 12 shots here due to injury, and the Sixers went 0. Iverson right up through the middle and puts it up and in. And then the Sixers had him at Indiana, wanted him here, so they simply 5. Have a bumbling, fumbling team. This is a 5 of ball handlers, and Iverson gets 2 more. Iverson to the middle, little fadeaway for 2 more. Once in there along with McKee now, and there's Iverson again. So he's heated up. Iverson gets open. Cato did a great job at coming out and getting right in his face, and he made it anyway. I think he got caught in midair. Iverson up and in. Iverson now with 24 points.
Now Iverson's going to take the next couple of shots. He's pissed off.
Word that we haven't heard. Fox Sports News.
It's called ghetto vernacular.
Walt Williams with his.
It's one of these situations where nobody's trying to be the star tonight, and it showed in the ball movement.
Iverson puts up the jumper and hits. 76-65, Rockets up by 11. Iverson takes it to the glass. Iverson with 32 points. Iverson again to the basket for 2 and maybe 3 as he's fouled on the play by Coutinho Mobley. You know, I like the way Coutinho talks to the officials.
There's nothing else you can do. The play's been called.
Well, they needed him tonight. Oscar with 8 points. Iverson with the jumper, and he fills it up. Allen Iverson. It's worth $21 million, Murph.
Yeah, well, if I had it, I would be sitting here talking with you, boss.
And he's worth more than $21 million.
Yeah, indeed.
Samucci will start it up. Iverson gets it inside, lays it up and in. Iverson with 39 points. Well, he goes to Steals, rookie of the year, coming out of Georgetown. New season high in his hip pocket. Takes it to the middle, and the foul. They bail him out, and the basket counts.
Oh my goodness!
That looked pretty good to me, Murph.
Well, what you think? What I think?
Well,
about $1.29 just book bread.
This is the 36th time in Iverson's career that he's had 40-plus points in a game. Needed a couple of stops. Iverson fires up a 3, and he hits it. Samucci, Eddie Griffin, stolen by Iverson. Iverson all the way to the hoop for 2.
That put him on the line. Set up for Iverson. I wouldn't lie to you, folks. There it is.
Timeout taken by the Rockets. Philadelphia scores the first 6 points in overtime. Iverson with
that's a cold-blooded 3.
A new career high for Allen Iverson of 56 points and an all-time Rocket opponent high. Coming off an NBA Finals. So the sports scene here in Philly is in pretty good shape. Rudy will take his final timeout. 112-106 Sixers with 23 seconds left in overtime. The 76ers come from behind to win their 17th game of the season as they defeat the Rockets in overtime 112-106. Our next Fox Sports Net Rockets telecast will be Friday in Boston when the Rockets face the Celtics. Stay right here. The last word with Jim Rome.
And they look like they want to make it 4 in a row. Allen Iverson hearing it from the crowd. Allen.
what Allen had to say about all his distractions.
If you look at my career, it's always some type of off-court distraction, dealing with me. So I don't look at it like it's a positive thing, but I turn it into a positive because I'm used to it and I know how to deal with it now.
And Marv, the one thing I know about Allen Iverson, you can talk about the distractions, the injuries, the bumps and bruises, but when it comes to the playoffs, he's focused and he always takes it to a different level.
All right, Cheryl. Allen Iverson led the NBA in minutes played, 43 a game. And as you mentioned, Zon, in all 82 games, solid season, and has played well in the 3 games against the Hornets. Iverson opens up with the jumper, distributing the basketball and getting other people involved. And here is Iverson.
An isolation on the right side of the floor. They love to run him across the floor, get that defender trailing.
And then Horn for 3. 100%. Iverson with the steal. Iverson slowed it down, trying to draw the foul. And Allen Iverson with all 6 Philadelphia calls. Iverson, yes. And Allen Iverson has been on fire off the field, plus the 2 assists.
Starting out crossing the floor left to right, he hits the opening jump shot, then shows he can back up and hit it from the top of the circle, and then his defense, the leader in steals in the NBA. Iverson with the steal, pump fake, and finish against the big man.
Drop. Iverson. Yes, and the foul.
Well, that's the answer. The first time he was too wide open. There was nobody within 20 feet of him. This time when he gets in the lane and he dodges and jukes and jigs and falls back away and his shirt's coming out and his pants are falling off, then he makes the shot.
Stacey Augmon has had a degree of success. Hornets wanted a foul, not called. Here's Tyrone Hill running the back. It counts. And the foul. A beautiful lead pass by Iverson.
The big man. Iverson takes his time, slows up, and feels the presence of Hill. Probably a travel by Hill that time, but Allen Iverson knows they got 2 of those easy points that we said early in the game.
Iverson. Pass, although Hill gave it right back. Beautiful feed, and Hill is able to sling the ball.
That guy there, Trailer, has brought them intensity and energy in place of Campbell.
Iverson, yes! 8 seconds remaining. After one, and the story has been Allen Iverson.
Well, there he is finding the teammate, and he'll make sure that he finishes it, and it's not going to get blocked by dunking it, and then Iverson goes back into his other role, which is putting points on the board with the jump shot.
Allen Iverson has accounted for all 12 76er field goals.
Well, first he's playing defense, and he picks up a foul when he's at the defensive end of the floor. A little shove off right there. On a breakaway, he's pulled down from behind, and then moving without the ball, fouled once again, that time by David Wesley. So
Iverson with the superb first quarter had 15 points, 6 assists. 6.5 remaining in the first half. Hornets up by 6. Shot clock is down to 6. Iverson, yes. That's his first field goal in the second quarter.
Wesley really making him work to catch the
Iverson. And the 76ers tied at 38. Here's Iverson. 8-0 run.
He's passing on that. He notices it as well.
Paul Silas goes deep into his bench for Courtney Alexander. As a counter, the game 1 at Conseco Fieldhouse coverage starting at
winning first-round games. Boston, Phoenix, Orlando, and Lake. Probably 2 other instances where Iverson threw terrific passes and trying to get his teammates involved, and they just dropped the ball. They would have been scores as well. And you see here a real strong preference of Iverson, either going to the middle or to the right side of the floor. Really only one shot attempt coming from that left side of the basket. So Iverson 9 for 13 from the floor right now for 25 points. Led to 16 points for the 76ers. Personal fouls, New Orleans 17 to just 12 for Philadelphia, which,
including the game winner, in overtime. Here's Iverson. Yes, able to lean back to find the room to end the half. Here's Iverson feeling the physical play again and still able to hit and draws the foul.
Mark, see, that basket comes as a result of the quick shot from Baron Davis. Baron Davis came down, launched a three-point attempt that was no good. Then you see Iverson take the contact, the toughness to fight through it, still elevate, concentrate, and finish the play.
Foul committed by Brown. That's his third, 3 apiece on Brown, McGlure, Davis. When you consider what he has done. Iverson setting it up on Ortman. Snow, yes, another assist for Allen Iverson. Iverson 9 of 10 at the line by the Hornets. Oh, Allen Iverson from downtown, and the Sixers lead 70-68. Iverson, 35 points, along with 7 assists. Aaron McKee, Eric Snow, Allen Iverson, and a 3-guard set for Larry Brown, and Iverson gets it. Iverson, point lead. Iverson with a catch and shoot. Make it 41 points. 5 apiece on Wesley and Davis. Iverson, yes. Stacey Altman not able to get outside. And we'll have it for you on TNT starting 7 o'clock Eastern time. And then the scene will shift to the Big Easy. Nice play. Beautifully done.
8 for Wesley. But when you look at the personal fouls, Iverson with 3 from downtown.
Allen Iverson's career high in postseason play. 54 against Toronto, May of 2001. Iverson, what a move! Yes! Another 3 for Iverson! 51 points for Iverson, and the Sixers lead 92-84.
Then the step back, and here's the next three-pointer, which now makes him the leader in scoring in first-round games of the playoffs. Direction by Allen Iverson. After he passes it, watch it. He fakes going right, jam, change direction, and a reverse layup. The Lamiso fancy footwork play by Allen Iverson.
Iverson wide open coming off the screen. Yes. 53 points for Iverson. Season high, 54 against Toronto. Remember the duel 2 years ago between Vince Carter and Allen Iverson for the 76ers. This on their way to making it to the NBA Finals against the Los Angeles Lakers out of 40 seconds. Iverson with the step. There's Iverson. Yes! And that's a playoff career high. 55 points for Iverson. And they foul Snow.
Well, they had a foul, and there's only a 1-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Critical turnovers at critical times in the game. That's been the difference in this game between New Orleans and the Sixers. Plus that guy right there, you'd have to say he's the difference. Do the same thing, guys. Come back with another performance. Nobody rotates across. Too late. Iverson lays it up high because he sees P.J. Brown coming over.
And the Hornets 90, Allen Iverson with a playoff career high, 55 points. Let's go to Cheryl with Allen Iverson.
Allen, before the game, I said that this was going to be a very physical series. I asked you if you were fresh. You said mentally yes, physically no, but 55 points later, it looked like you had your legs tonight.
I just had a rhythm. I caught a nice rhythm. You know, the basket, you know, looked like an ocean. You know, my teammates did a great job of giving me the ball in spots that I needed them. And fortunately, I was able to hit some shots, but it was a team effort.
Well, it was just a week ago when they came in here and won in Philly, and they held you relatively low. What was different tonight?
I just caught a rhythm. You know, Jamal could have caught a rhythm, you know, but fortunately tonight, you know, I caught the rhythm, and I was just feeling good tonight. Everything was working for me from the outside and the inside, and we just, you know, played good all-around defense, and tried to make Jamal take tough shots, and at the felt like we just wore him down a little bit and made him take tough shots. But he's just a great player. You can't take anything away from him.
Congratulations on game one.
All right, thanks a lot.
Let's send it back to you, Marv.
All right, thanks, Cheryl. 55-point performance for Allen Iverson. Coming up next, Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai with Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley. Stay tuned for more post-game reaction, interviews, and news from all of today's action. For the Czar, Mike Fratello, and Cheryl Miller, this is Marv Albert saying good night from the First Union Center in Philadelphia. We'll take a short break, and then it's on to Ernie in the studio.
Allen Iverson, Eric Snow, the backcourt. 5-4 Atlanta. Iverson off the glass and good.
Exhibit C of my point of how he just scores any kind of way. Doesn't that about JTO?
Oh, steal by Iverson. He's led the league 3 straight years, going on 4. Jackson outside. Here's Iverson for 3. Good. Allen Iverson.
Guilty. Culprit.
Iverson. Good.
See, and the book says make him go left. And he was like, you want me to go back left again?
Iverson finding the rhythm on his shot. 11 in the first quarter. 0.7 minutes on the floor. Wheeling and dealing in Philly.
For shots, and they've taken a little lead, and the temptation would be to, boy, Iverson may be in one of those zones.
The call on the floor was good. They'll check it during the break. Iverson with 13 first quarter points, more in the first quarter tonight than he had all last night in Indiana. We're at the end of 1 in Philadelphia. Sixers on top by 6.
Prevent Iverson from penetrating. Orlando, Doc Rivers, Johnny Davis, Paul Pressey, and they said that was a problem they had, that they wanted Josh to just take that shot a little more often.
AI gets into the paint. That's what we're talking about, his dribble penetration into the lane. He's so dangerous. Iverson driving, Iverson off the glass and good.
Well, look too easy, JT. In the early going, take a lot of the pressure off. Good D.
Iverson rainbows at home. It is Iverson faking.
You don't want to bail him out, though. See, that's what you don't want to do. You just want to make him keep shooting with that hand in his face, but don't let him take the rhythm jumper and get an easier shot.
By 2. Iverson is open and bangs it in.
Another jumper going to his left for Iverson. In order.
Iverson looking to give the Sixers the lead.
Tell you what, Iverson has a very nice rhythm to his game tonight. His perimeter shot is very good tonight.
Rebound. How did Jock not get that? Iverson knocks down a 3. Boy, I thought Jock Vaughn was going to get that one, and it seemed to.
That's right.
And now he's got more faces than Lon Chaney Jr. Here's Iverson up and in. AI, my goodness, 31 points.
First vote does not count nonetheless.
Of 2001.
Nothing.
Cross court Iverson for 3. Man, he is on it tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it reminds you when you talk about great players being able to make everybody around them better or make the team better with their presence and their play.
Allen Iverson has been unstoppable tonight.
For any questions tonight, there's been the answer. And that answer is scored from deep, in transition, 3-point shot, going left, going right. However you like it, he's had the answer.
16 of 28 shooting, 4 threes, 6 assists, 2 steals, 39 points. Make it 41.
Well, again, that's not Glover's fault on that one, though. They tell him to take away his right. He goes left, walks his right down. See if they can close out.
AI, 43.
Boy, plenty, raining jumpers.
For the season.
Is the key.
Iverson. 45, Allen Iverson.
My goodness.
Standing ovation. 27 in the second half. The Hawks say uncle, like here. Right. Drives, shoots. Man, he is unconscious.
Boy.
Unconscious.
Just on fire.
47 for Iverson.
13-point deficit. See if sneak back in this thing. You know, and some people may not like the fact that Iverson's going for 50 and how the fans are reacting to it. But I certainly can appreciate fans that acknowledge an outstanding effort and they respond and are appreciative of it. And you have certain crowds that are more aware of that and in tune with that as others. But I like to see it. I like to see this in NBA arenas or in any sporting event. When you see excellence like that.
Was January the 15th last season when he put 58 on the board against Houston, his career high. Comes off to a standing ovation. Ed Snyder, who signs the checks, approves.
Indeed. Well, he joins a couple of other guys.
Yes, Tracy McGrady at 51. Rashard Lewis 50. Allen Iverson 50. And the Sixers defeat the Atlanta Hawks 98-86.
That last a lifetime.
And what I think made this performance so remarkable, he didn't go inside for anything. He had one layup in this game. It was all perimeter jump shots.
Yes, and we wondered if he would be able to have the big night tonight without going inside, and he showed that he absolutely can. On any given night, I mean, this guy's led the league in scoring so many times, it's almost his position there. And you take a look at the perimeter jumpers, just knocking them down, some three, some two. Just had his total game working. The strategy of forcing him to his left was not effective tonight. Any night that the jump shots are raining like that, no strategy is going to be effective, and Hawks got an opportunity to see that firsthand.
Allen Iverson, and we're showing just his second half highlights. He had 32 in the second half, 20 of 30 for the night. His final shooting, his jump shots, he was 19 of 28. He was 1 of 2 on layups, 18 first half points, 32 second half points.
I'm just glad he's not the kind of guy that talks trash, because the Hawks tried putting everybody on him, and nobody but Allen was the answer for him tonight. It was just a remarkable performance, totally under control with Allen Iverson all night long, and just carried the Sixers on his shoulders, even though the Hawks had a good challenge to the Sixers, particularly early in the game. They played a good game, but they just could not overcome the excellence of Allen Iverson.
Corliss Williamson penetrates, kicks it out. Allen Iverson. He can play silky basketball. Very quick, knows how to pull up. They were up 19 in the fourth quarter to the Knicks and lost. Earlier this week, they were up in Denver after trailing by 18 in the second half. Timeout, we're under 6 minutes with 5:20 remaining in the first quarter. And there it is. Iverson count the basket. Fouled by Godzarich. The free throw will come after the break. But he's been a volume 2 his entire career. And he can hit the three.
He's one of the most difficult people in the NBA to defend.
To do whatever he wanted to score the basketball. It was as if they didn't have any other players on the floor offensively. There's Kyle Corbin.
Well, they did have.
It's a team game all of a sudden.
Well, hey, let's face it, a lot of it's been on him and some of the way he's played, too. But look at this. He's having one of those nights, and when he has one of those, a lot of the issues and things and the problems he's had, you know, he's been a difficult guy. And a lot of it comes from him, but he is stroking it tonight.
Well, I don't care what position he plays, the kid can play. Allen Iverson and the Sixers up 25-15.
Play. Bucks need shooters. A lot of teams do, actually. Bucks do. But that's back at you.
Iguodala, House can't defend that.
This guy can play. Eddie House can play. And some team was going to get in. The Bucks did. And how can that guy play? When Iverson's got his jumpers going, Jim.
His own skip pass back to Iverson. That's a nice dish for Williamson. 9 points beating Henry
Bibby, the USC job is going to open up on Monday, apparently. Rick Macheras reportedly will step aside after taking the job a few days ago. Iverson has 23.
Because Marcus, I'm going to start calling him Marcus. Get away from it.
What are you going to do when Zaza's in the game with Pfizer?
Oh, that's no problem. Oh.
It's a good idea.
Whoa.
Well, you know what?
Bring everybody, guys.
He has 27. And he has been stunning. 17 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second. Sharing Bucks honors in the rebounding category with Zendon Hamilton. There is no stopping Allen Iverson tonight. 31 points.
Battery, because they've had a lot of defensive rebounds to go for.
32. And now 33.
Yeah, that's the major water bug right there with the ball. He is so quick. And he accomplishes a lot with his quickness.
Allen is tied a season high with 36. Iverson got it! A season high 38 points for AI. Iverson for 40. Got it! 40 points, 10 assists for Allen Iverson.
Hey, right! Iverson, 46. At 10 for Iverson. He cradles, gives it up, D'Alembert. Allen Iverson creating that basket.
Well, when you have a big guy.
D'Alembert, another board. Iguodala.
Sweet. He gets out of the break. No one picks him up for
his biggest lead. 18 points, up 97-79 with 6:11 remaining in the fourth quarter. For the Milwaukee Bucks, Allen Iverson has been stunning since the starting gun tonight.
That too. Pass it too. Sometimes when one guy has a mega game, you know, the rest of the guys are non-factors.
Joe Smith got clobbered, never made it into the front.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson from Georgetown University.
His NBA debut came on November 1st, 1996.
Iverson in a hurry. Douglas backpedaling. Forget it.
Yeah, one-on-one. He's going to beat you. Allen Iverson has that quickness.
On a night a little more than 8 years later, he'd score an amazing 54 points. In that very same game, he'd surpass 15,000 points for his career. 15,000 points. Only 6 other active NBA players have done that. 15,000 points. Only the 93rd player to do that. 93rd of more than 3,200 to ever play the NBA game. He's done it breaking molds and breaking ankles. Busting moves at the expense of his body. And now, even history says he can be counted among the very best. He's won scoring titles. He's won steals titles. All with a unique style. At all-out speed. All before his 30th birthday.
It's been a delight to watch him through 9 seasons. His style so unique, his way of playing the game so singular. Indeed, he has spawned a generation who have seen the way he plays and now follow him so closely. And so when he scored 54 points Saturday at Milwaukee, we just looked again in sheer amazement and then realized, of course, it's Allen Iverson.
4 points shy of his career high, 54 points. He was stroking it well. Now he had 20 to go to get the 15,000. Bam! He just zooms by that one in a hurry. The jump shot is falling. The 3-ball was falling as well for Allen Iverson. Doing a great job of getting his team the victory mark.
15,000 career points. He's
next 8 games on the road, but I think we should consider what they have accomplished in their last 5.
Much. We are running tonight from the Wachovia Center. First of 2 meetings. Allen Iverson just picking up where he left off Saturday.
That's like having a disagreement with Paul Silas.
Allen, great year from the stripe at 82%. They're glued to him. And there's Sammy erasing that attempt by Boozer, but the shot clock expired half minutes. Steal by Iverson. He continues that streak, and then he's fouled by Arroyo. Lead at 10 here at the Sixers, trying to solve things out of the timeout. Two better to go to than AI's second field goal. Players in the Utah roster. So Iverson tees up a three, and down it goes. 5 remaining here in the opening quarter. Sixers with some shooting problems, but still down only 7. Game is Curtis Borchardt, and number 10 is Gordon Giracek as Iverson leaves for Iguodala, who slams for 2. Arroyo into trouble. Iverson will solo.
Nice steal. Allen timed that perfectly, knowing that Arroyo was going to try and split the defensive team.
A good quarter individually for Allen Iverson. 4 of 7 for a dozen, but his team down 9 after 1. Stay with us. Second quarter action in high definition on Comcast Sportsnet.
Trying to get the ball down low, and then Allen Iverson with his quickness, able to pick it up. Nice little drop-off pass to Iggy.
He's the second guard. Trying to cover Iverson, who picks up his second as Allen dips in and strokes 2. So thank goodness that Allen continues at his torrid pace. Sportsnet. Allen Iverson has been great the last week or so. Now with 14 in this. His input. Here's a my 4 as Boozer hits the deck. Iverson does so also, trying to emerge on the break. The foul here will be on Howard Isley. Correct.
I just we won't go there.
No, I went there, and we don't want. Art Jackson among the Sixer leaders in steals. Gets a call on that one, and Harpering riding Iverson too close. Picks up another call against Utah. And Iverson will go to the line here for the 9th and 10th times here in the first half.
Set it up.
Iverson, the bump and run. Got it. Iverson playing in traffic, spun into a gorgeous play by Allen. Isley's pass deflected. Iguodala initially hit it, and he'll get rewarded.
Nice, there you go. Off the turnover.
Iverson gets inside, somehow got 2 more. Allen, a one-man show.
AI on the baseline, gets by Radojevic. Nice little kiss off the glass. Williamson looked like he hit Boozer on the wrist.
Allen for a 3. Got it! Allen Iverson is doing it all. He hits the 3. He has both the Sixers' 3s on the night. The Sixers a 15-4 run, largely the doing of number 3, who has 26 points. And the Sixers come roaring back to make it a 6-point game. Rare miss for the Jazz from the line, now 11 of 13. Iverson, bound and determined, splits the D and gets 2. He's got 28. This game. Made a move early here in the quarter, got it to 6. Iverson for 3. Got it! Did he call it? Well, he'll take it.
Yeah.
Bell lost it to Iverson. Break for the Sixers, it's Green.
That halftime lead by the Jazz.
Go 3 again. 3. Got it. He's got it going on again. 34 points for Allen.
Allen just coming down. See, Arroyo's going behind. Allen Iverson has already knocked down a couple. Why not try it?
Now sitting. Ryan Skinner. Kyle Korver. Sixers down 5. It's Iverson at it again. All the way to the cup. Count it. And a foul. 37 points and looking for one more.
The left side cleared out on the pick and roll. Take advantage of it here. The lane opens up, and Radojevic comes over and gives him the whack, sending AI to the floor. That's our dodge drive of the game.
Sixers could tire, go in front with a 3. Iverson, there he goes again. Korver for the lead. Yes!
Of Raja Bell.
For Iverson is second. The Sixers team up 3. Iverson again. Yes! He's got 21 points in the quarter and 40 for the game. Time for the Sixers. Green for Korver for three. Yes!
Great play by Willie Green.
Sixers the first possession. Korver another three, and down it goes. Korver another three. Yes!
Man's starting to feel it now.
And their three-point shooting. Iverson, another steal, his seventh. Races against Harpring. It would have counted.
You can only feel sorry for yourself for so long.
When these guys were struggling to score, they got to change the tempo. And in fact,
in the game. Allen thinking three. Scurries in and gets two. In a way only he can do. He's got 45 points. Allen Iverson with 54 Saturday night. 45 points tonight, including 21 in the third quarter. Sir puts the Jazz up by one. Iverson taking on all comers. How did he do it? Only Allen knows. He's got 47.
Allen driving to the hoop. The reverse, beautiful play by Allen.
He's got 15 and 8 rebounds in the game. The Jazz by 5, but don't count him out with Iverson on the floor. He's got 49.
Being ISO, just blowing right by Raja Bell, tucking that ball on his right hip so Raja can't pluck it away. And Allen getting close to that 50-point mark again. 54 on Saturday in Milwaukee, 49 so far tonight. And Carlos Boozer struggled from the free throw line.
Iverson at it again. Yes! 51 points, 50 or more now in consecutive games. Gets it back against Bell. Korver for the tie. Yes!
The quick release of Kyle Korver ties this ball game up.
4.5 to go. It's on Allen Iverson, and he is just fouled out after hitting for 51 points.
Standing ovation for Allen Iverson. Holy cow, back-to-back 50-point games. The crowd recognizing the brilliance of AI.
Allen Iverson, 54 the game before at Milwaukee and 51 tonight. And again, the first player since Antoine Jameson in early December 2000 to score 50 or more in consecutive games. Sixers down 2. Willie Green for the tie. Skinner the tip, and that's it. That'll do it. The Utah Jazz, in spite of a Herculean effort by Allen Iverson, 51 points in all in the game. 21 in the third quarter when the Sixers staged a dramatic comeback. But Carlos Boozer, our Bud Light player of the game, with 28 and 10 rebounds, and the Jazz prevail by 2. 103 to 101 in a thriller tonight.
Starting lineup presented by Steak and Shake for Orlando. Steve Francis and Doug Christie in the backcourt. Christie had 4 steals Thursday against Atlanta. Kelvin Cato, Dwight Howard, and Grant Hill for Orlando. And for Philadelphia, it'll be Allen Iverson and Andre Iguodala in the backcourt, and Samuel Dalembert, who had a huge game against the Magic 3 weeks ago tonight in Orlando, will start at center. Corliss Williamson is in the starting lineup along with Kyle Korver. Williamson getting the nod over. Francis had a handful of jerseys as Iverson drove by. Iverson gets the loose ball.
David, you get the feeling he's going at a different speed than everybody else? Coming at you in the open floor. Iverson with the behind the back. At least that time, Doug Christie thinking at least the ball. The Magic are 28th in the league with 16 turnovers. Again, Philadelphia happens to be number 1 against Atlanta when the Magic didn't play a complete 48 minutes of good basketball because they were so tough on the boards.
Kyle Korver. Iverson pushing the action once again and scores.
Difficult.
They're both very young, however. Iverson under the rim and reverses it in. 8 points for Iverson. Loose ball. Iverson for 2. 10 points for Allen Iverson. Half of Philadelphia. Christie almost had the steal. Iverson drops it off to Williamson. So far, Allen Iverson is just totally destructive against the Magic defense. Shot is way off target. Iverson is spending a lot of time in the paint, and a foul. This one on Tony Batiste.
Himself, he's going to need a little bit more help than that from his teammates. It's going to take a whole gang to stop Allen.
Was double teamed. Iverson covered by Nelson. Iverson behind the screen fires in another jumper. But in his defense, he's not the only guy in the league.
Could put hands on this guy. It would be very, very difficult. But when you can't guy to guy or get a hand out on him, and then a guy can get that little hop step with you.
Allen Iverson returns to the lineup for Philadelphia. He was terrific in the first 12 minutes for Philadelphia.
Well, David, his body is battered and bruised. He's got partial tear of the rotator cuff. He's battling the flu.
But he never than outside Iverson. Iverson just steps right through there and leaves it in.
Even though it wasn't sharp or crisp, just the fact that they made that interior.
Dallenberg drops it, so the Magic have a chance to get out of this. But Iverson makes him. He's off and running again, leading by 10. Korver for three. Another assist for Allen Iverson.
Dry area. Make sure Steve was all right.
Iverson with the jumper. 15-point lead again for the 76ers. And Iverson shooting 2 free throws for Philadelphia. Plus point games, only 7 players in NBA history. Couple of days back. Iverson will have his season average in the first half.
Shooters in the NBA in just his second year. Doug Christie, that's all you can do there. Just try to keep your body in front of Iverson, keep backing up, make him take jump shots. And on those nights,
LeBron James, who can do those same things, you're right, but that's fast company.
Wow. Iverson spectacular again.
Under 8 assists a game. Olay by Doug Christie. All he can do is wave, try to do the old reach around. Allen too low to the ground, too quick, too creative. Talk about Allen Iverson's passing. He's averaging just under 8 assists this year because he has the ball in his hands even more because of trying to. That he wanted to get guys good shots and get a bunch of assists. He could easily average 12 assists a game off the ball. I was talking with Sonny Rogers, who passed away some 4 or 5 years ago, but Guy Rogers, a lot like Iverson in the ball handling and quickness department.
He has 36 points.
The coach that first year for Allen.
Seconds to play in the third. Iverson hounded by Nelson. The shot is good. And that hurts. After battling back to within 11, Iverson.
Well, Allen Iverson just 29% from beyond the arc, but getting it.
He takes it on the inbounds pass and launches a 3 and drills it. 43 for Iverson.
He's so quick and has such good instinct. Get to the free throw line. 10 free throws a game on average. Lost the handle on that ball, but squirted right to Iguodala.
Iverson to the basket again. He's got 47. 19th free throws of the game. And he's good on 16. He makes them both. Philly by 11.
Like a free safety in football, just able to pick that right out of the air. There it is.
Career high is 58.
His pulse is probably about 48 right.
The line trying to give Philadelphia a 12-point lead with the second.
Charge on Deshaun Stevenson. The defense was set.
Iverson adds 2 more. We are seeing something special tonight. Allen Iverson, 54 points in the game.
we call the easy variety. It's hard work on the part of Iverson with his talent and ability to get in there amongst taller players and get shots off, draw fouls.
Well, he's got 58. That matches his career high.
And telling him to send him his way.
That makes 59 for Iverson. Now he'll go for 60 with the second. A night worth remembering for Allen Iverson and the 76ers. A career-high 60 points for the six-time NBA All-Star.
Another one, his 61st game of that trip, which technically starts tonight. Because you're trying to maintain. I like these two stats. I think this is good. So maybe his shot's starting to come to him a little bit here the last 5-6 games.
Well done by Iverson, taking on Tyronn Lue. Iverson trying to turn around Lue. Wow, what a move by AI. He had to make quite a left at the light.
Watch AI push the basketball, as Mark said, a left at the light, and gets the high kiss off the glass before the block comes. There's that high kiss off the glass by AI.
Iverson, the floorboard. Sixers can tie or go in front. Iverson, count it, and they can go in front now as well. Iverson has his miss. Number 24, Marvin Williams. Second pick of the draft in for the first time. Great spot. Dallenberg got away with a walk, I think.
Yes,
looked like a foot shovel there as Iverson spotted him with a great pass.
Guys that can drive to the hoop and have the quickness.
The Hawks lead it by 5. Second quarter coming up right after this. Coming up with the steal. That Barnes into the game for the first time. Dallenberg calmly deposits 2. Compliments of AI. Iverson eyes up Lue, tries to bust a move on him, and he got it done. Here are the Sixers down 4. Iverson into the paint, cruising and scoring again.
And no shot blockers for Atlanta either.
Sixers here to work 2 possessions for once. Iverson, a gorgeous move to his left. They thought
breaking down the Atlanta Hawks defense, and once again, as good as Pachulia has been this year.
The 76ers have passion, pride, and affordable tickets. Individual game tickets for all 76ers home games are now available by calling 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or by logging on to Sixers.com. Capture the passion and pride of the 76ers. Call 1-800-4NBA-TICKS or log on to Sixers.com. Passion, pride, 76ers.
Now here are the Sixers up 1 out of the timeout. Iverson busting a move on Ivy. Got the roll. Missing on the follow. Iguodala, what a change on the dribble, and he slammed for 2. A magnificent crossover. Rebounds even at 28. Here are the Sixers by 4. Iverson bursting to the hoop, and he did it again. Boy, Allen Iverson now with 25 points. The Hawks now 3 team fouls. Here are the Sixers, their largest lead at 6. Iverson got it! Iverson, yes! And a foul on Tyronn Lue! Allen Iverson, in just a few moments, will go to the line looking for his 30th point.
Well, 76ers really came out of the locker room defensive-minded focus. You take a look at AI on that last shot. Stop the pop. AI fouled by Lue. The Hawks were unable to respond to the 76ers pressure on the defensive end.
And he makes it a 4-point game as Iverson shakes free and gets 2.
See, here's that. You just bring the ball up the left side, little fist, which brings C. Webb over to set the screen
for the Sixers so far this year. Iverson, yes! Allen Iverson shooting over 50% for the game.
For Allen Iverson shooting.
Up top, Iguodala who slams for 2, and look out below.
by C. Webb. AI pushing the floor. Nice little lob up to the hoop. And Iggy with the huge finish right there. Putting the bowl on that present.
Wham. Iguodala, second to Dwayne Wade among NBA guards in total dunks this year.
Just the wham right here. That's the John Madden wham.
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 Slam. Iverson continues his parade to the line. Iverson taking Lou. Got it! Allen Iverson with 38 points.
Yeah, there's 3 officials out there. He put the ball on the floor, picked it up, and drilled it again. As AI drains the jump shot.
He has scored 40 or more. Allen has scored 40 or more on the road. Now playing for the Memphis Grizzlies. Iverson jumped away. They don't count it. They don't count it.
It's gotta count. It's gotta count. Holy mackerel. Watch this. Here's the bump, the fadeaway. It's gotta count. Come on.
So Iverson now taking aim at tying a season high, which he does at 45. Sixers down 4. Iverson, what a left at the lane around Pachulia, and a foul! He's heading for 50, my friends. He's got 48, and he's going to the line for the 21st time tonight.
That's a heck of a move, isn't it? There's another left at the light. Pachulia with the bump. The continuation.
That's moving on a 90-degree angle.
AI's getting all the calls tonight, and the 76ers need them all.
Iverson has Johnson. Allen for the lead. Yes! 51 points, the best performance ever in this building. But moments ago, AI going for, count 'em, 51 big ones.
Joe Johnson can't do anything with AI despite the height advantage. The high kiss off the glass for AI.
Look at what Allen has done in terms of 50-point games in his career. This is the first time he's gone for 50 or more since he went for 60, his career high, which he dropped last February 12th at the Wachovia Center against the Orlando Magic. Iverson comes up with a turnover. Allen's going to cruise on in. Yes!
Wow, how about that?
Wow, what a play. First on the defensive end, and 2 of his, count 'em, 53. Sixers down a bucket. They don't have to foul. Allen Iverson with 53, but the Sixers are still down 2.
Well, it's been a huge night for AI. Just getting it done all over the place, whether it's driving to the hoop against anybody, challenging anybody to come over and block the shot. The little stutter step there, the short jump shot, getting the roll. And when you're hot, you are hot. The jump shot has fallen, and one opportunity there. AI has kept this team in the ballgame. 76ers led this thing 90-80. And the Atlanta Hawks made a fierce comeback, but AI has done a tremendous job of bringing this team back.
The Atlanta Hawks now 5-2 in their last 7. What an effort by Iverson with the 53 points. 50 or more for the 10th time in his career. Here's wishing you from all of us, from the 76ers family, all of us at UPN 57 and Comcast Sportsnet, Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and above all, a safe holiday season. We will talk to you next Tuesday at Denver on Comcast Sportsnet, starting at 9 o'clock. Game 2 of a 7-game road trip for the 76ers. 76ers basketball produced by Sean Alexiak, our director, the man J.R. Aquila. For my partner, Steve Mix, I'm Mark Sumoff saying goodnight from Phillips Arena here in Atlanta.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. Yes, something about this building really gets Kobe Bryant revved up as we take a look at the starting lineups for the respective teams. First of all, for the Los Angeles Lakers, there are 8 different starting lineup on the season so far. This lineup right here, 1-0 on the season. Walton, Mim, Odom up front. In the backcourt, Derek Fisher and Kobe Bryant. Meanwhile, for Denver, Anthony Carter, we talked about him just a few moments ago in the studio. You heard Bill Walton saying what he adds, and he is making his 4th start of the season in the backcourt for Denver.
We know about him being up here in Colorado for the trial years ago, and he's always played well as Iverson knocks it down.
Allen Iverson came into this game averaging 23.5 points per. Growth fracture knee surgeries to both his left and his right knee. Here's Iverson working baseline, and Allen Iverson with another bucket.
6 feet tall.
And you talk about his scoring prowess.
Oh, man.
3rd highest career average scoring.
Those two guys are pretty good ahead of him, huh? No titles for AI, though. That one trip to the finals with the Philadelphia 76ers, losing to this Laker team. You know, Kobe's played terrific.
Carter goes cross court to Iverson on the baseline. And Iverson doing a lot of heavy lifting offensively for the Nuggets tonight. Get some easy buckets in transition.
No, LA doing a nice job in transition. You know, you always have to be ready with the Nuggets. Iverson hits Melo with the beautiful lob.
And he's one of the guys, if you speak to this Nuggets team, to a man, they say they're capable of winning 60 games in the regular season. Iverson, one of the guys that feels that way, with a soft touch and a good roll.
The big three have to step up and get this team playing with some consistent effort night in and night out.
Iverson pulling the trigger again, and the same result. Well, Iverson and Melo on the same frequency, John.
Not only can he score, but he can pass the ball too. And AI going to the rim. Finishes with the best at 6 feet, and then you can't leave him over from 8 feet. AI got his team right back in it.
The Philadelphia Sixers yesterday fired general manager Billy King and hired Ed Stefanski. You know, of course, Allen Iverson had a long-term relationship with Billy King and the Philadelphia 76ers, and I asked him earlier today what his reaction was when he heard the news that Billy King had gotten fired, and he said, you know, a lot of people would just assume that I would be happy the way I left Philadelphia, and he said that's not the case. I hate to see that happen. That was that man's livelihood. You never want to see a guy lose his job.
Part of Team USA and USA Basketball. And Allen Iverson did some good work for the Denver Nuggets. He had 15. The Nuggets trying to make it 4 straight over the Lakers here at the Pepsi Center. Back with the second period right after this.
Took a little flop, and Walton's able to lay it in.
Iverson on the pull-up over Farmar. Martin with the quick outlet to Iverson. They have numbers. Iverson always with numbers and putting up some good ones tonight. This past summer, dropping some 18 pounds, getting into the gym, into the lab. And boy, Allen Iverson has enough to feed the needy tonight. Vujicic had to beat the shot clock. Here's Iverson through traffic like he usually does, just doing what he does. Ivanovic was what Phil Jackson called a space cadet, quote unquote. This after his skiing injury, and boy, this is an out-of-world, out-of-body experience right now by Iverson. Now, who's covering him, John?
Allen?
Who wants to claim that they're covering him?
But look at this. This ball hit
Los Angeles, shooting 56% from the field. Iverson just going to work on Farmar. His jumper is wet.
Turn my turn as Allen Iverson hits his 9th in a row. Taking the little Jordan Farmar to school. Got to get back.
Kobe Bryant denying the ball to Iverson, but boy, if you blink, Iverson can sting you, which he does. Allen Iverson with a superb first half, 29 points.
When you have a Carmelo Anthony by your side, you don't need to.
NBA All-Star Saturday, and the All-Star Game 2008.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see if he gets the arm there. That looked like all on the hand. Absolutely. Great call by David Jones.
Allen Iverson goes to the foul line, where he shoots 79% so far this season. Vujicic comes in for Kobe Bryant after his 3rd personal foul. Allen Iverson, 32 years old.
Well,
and Denver's got the ball with the right guy right now. 2 on the clock.
This guy in the league with the basketball now.
Lead back up to 5 for Los Angeles. Iverson on the drive-by. Oh, man. Iverson off the baseline screen. I'm not sure this is the matchup the Lakers want. Because Iverson took the blowtorch to Vujacic again.
Well, Iverson just having his way with whoever's on him. This time Vujacic gets the little step back on him, fading to his left, which he's so dangerous at doing.
And here's Iverson. Well, at least he's getting a touch this time. And then some. And one. Answers abound tonight for the Nuggets and Iverson.
Give it to him every time. He's got the feel tonight, that's for sure. Always going left. He's so dangerous. Gets the contact. Jump stop, elevate, and finish. Allen Iverson with 40.
His 79th career 40-point game.
All right, we put the over-under at a number that I don't even want to say, Mark. You took the over, I took the under. I'm in big trouble.
I think you are. Iverson will gladly take that challenge on. Going to work on Farmar. Justin Jordan Farmar.
43.
It was about a year ago this time that he was traded from Philadelphia to Denver. Mark certainly looked that way this time. Iverson working against Fisher. Oh, anybody stop Allen Iverson. That jump shot's still wet.
Oh, my.
47 on 17 of 21 from the field. Iverson, his 47, the most ever by a Nugget against the Lakers. Everybody waiting on the edge of their seats collectively here at the Pepsi Center, waiting for more magic and pyrotechnics from Allen Iverson. Nahara from downtown. Wilt Chamberlain. So stick around. That's when he was with Philadelphia. Dipper. And Allen Iverson is dipping into his offensive arsenal tonight. A tireless, relentless approach.
And this has all been primarily jump shots. You know, he's gotten to the paint 4 or 5 times. He hasn't taken a three-point shot.
It's here in the third quarter. Isn't quite there in letting the coaching staff work with 6 on the shot clock for Iverson. Up top to Nahara. Nice feed, and Martin with the flush.
And we got a tie game as we get a steal.
8 tie the game. Anthony. And Phil Jackson wants a timeout. Kenyon Martin getting back that bounce in his step. Off the nice feed from Nahara, and then Carmelo Anthony converting on the turnover for the Nuggets. And Denver with the lead when we come back to the Pepsi Center.
In their 11 wins.
And Iverson and one. Allen Iverson checking in with his first basket of the fourth period.
There's your 51.
And he has tied the building high. And that's going to be called, it looks like, against Bryant.
Into the lane and an easy uncontested layup.
Kobe with 10 points in the period. Here's Iverson trying to counter. Anthony inside gets it to fall with under a minute to go. George Karl has said we are in a funky stage right now. We are a good, bad team, and we're trying to remove the bad part of that label and just become a good team. And that'll do it. The Los Angeles Lakers end the 3-game losing streak here in the Pepsi Center against the Denver Nuggets. Despite the 51 points from Allen Iverson. Well, the final score, Los Angeles winning 111-107. For John Barry, Lisa Salters, and our entire gang, I'm Mark Jones saying so long from Denver. Allen Iverson had a lot of answers tonight, just not enough, as Kobe Bryant had the final say. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Stay tuned, folks, for SportsCenter. It's next.